what next for such a beautiful career if the sample P end up coming out positive?
All right, thank you. What next if the sample becomes a positive? So she can still appeal the decision, and there is this concept in doping, in the anti-doping rules, which we call no significant fault or negligence. Negligence in that case is that if the lawyers can argue that it was a case of inadvertent doping, by inadvertent doping, I mean it wasn't done purposely. So, for example, inadvertent doping could take the form of, probably she took a particular supplement and she didn't know that there was a banned substance there, or probably she took a particular food and probably the food was actually prepared with a banned substance. So, if our lawyers can actually prove that it was a case of negligence, it was not done purposefully, then they can actually reduce the sanctions, okay, for Grace Nwokocha. So, but at this point in time, we can only really just be hopeful. But in a situation where the sample B test positive, from history and from experience, if the lawyers can really argue that case of no significant fault, then they can probably reduce the sanctions. It could be probably like 6 months, 12 months. A case in question was the case of the former Ajax footballer Andre Onana, the Cameroonian goalkeeper, and he was also charged with doping. And what happened in this case, that he mistakenly took his wife's medication, okay, that had a banned substance, and the player, his lawyers were able to argue it, and instead of having like a 4-year ban, he had a 12-month ban. So I think that's the best case scenario that can happen to Grace Nwokocha.